Okay. I mean, it's looking good. Chat seems to be up. I mean, I'll take that as a win. Okay, yes. Hello, everybody. It's Intro You, and today I am doing something different. Previously I've been looking at the particular bits of content, and today I'm going to be going around, I'm going to be showing off bits of content. Hopefully people will be online, so maybe I can demonstrate some racing, something like that. But really, what I want to do today is basically just, well, I've got a surprise in store, but I mostly just want to have a talk and have a little bit of a think about crash testing, about everything that's gone on, and because thinking about crash testing kind of implies thinking about the end of crash testing, and thinking about the end of crash testing kind of implies closed beta, maybe a little bit of that. A little bit of talking about that. We shall see. For now, I'm just going to hop in. Points, by the way, for anyone who can guess what the surprise is in advance. It should be doable. But yes. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to do a bit of a video, because let's just be kind of clear about this. When crash testing started, you'd arrive from Venture Explorer, you would turn up here. And I can just go through now and list everything that has changed. And there has been so much that has changed. Okay, binocular missions tracked back then. But I mean, first off, look at me. I can go in, I can hunt down a doggo, and the AI will sometimes, we got lucky, will sometimes dig something up. This wasn't implemented before. I can now walk over. I can now tame these. Well, I mean, we'll see whether or not I can. We need at least 4 of those. Yeah, there we are. Okay, now I've got to come up with something to say whilst he builds that. Yeah, I mean, if we want the most important features been implemented, myself and the other moderators spent enough time accepting the name Doggo just from all the pets I've tamed that's now been added to an automatic whitelist. But yeah, walking through. We start off there. Start off there, and then looking at. I mean, this wasn't working. This smashing and rebuilding that's now working. We've going past Wisply. Wisply isn't the greatest example of it because one of the missions is bugged at the moment. But I mean, daily missions are working. Daily missions weren't implemented back in live. For everyone who's just joined and wondering what's going on, I'm basically going back through. I'm just walking through DLU. There's a surprise I've got planned a little bit later, and as I've said, the imaginary internet points to anyone who can manage to guess what that surprise is. It is possible, and probably reasonably easy to guess. But yeah, the plan is at the moment to just walk through, and I don't know how much, unless there is new content, I don't know how much I will be streaming before closed beta, and when closed beta starts, I'm sure you'll have lots of far better streamers. So I'm just going to go through now and just discuss, and that's what I've been doing, and just discuss all the changes that we've seen, and then maybe think a little bit about what this might mean. Because honestly, it's coming to the stage for a lot of testers where lots of people have actually just managed to complete a lot of the content in the game, and it feels certainly the way some people just literally getting a feeling. This isn't even from the developers. This is just from people. It feels like people are they're kind of getting ready for the next testing phase. Like, people, I know certain people who have actually stopped grinding on this, who were grinding on it previously, who have now stopped, because they're like, well, no point doing it before closed beta, because closed beta might come off a wipe. Hello, Rayman. I should have said hello to Samuel Martin, hello to Viceski, hello Harcronium, hello 5 Second Energy. Yeah, no, just need to smash a few more Stromlings, level 30. Big hype. In fact, I am what? That's 15 XP off. Not bad, not bad. So yeah. And I should clarify this, when I said a small surprise, the surprise is small. It's not something like new stuff being implemented into DLU. It's nothing that large. When I said a small surprise, I meant it. But yeah, so just looking around, there is so much stuff. I mean, here you've got 2 daily missions. 2 daily missions that now daily missions weren't working. To begin with, you've got, I mean, you've got faction gear. Faction gear wasn't working at the start of crash testing. AI, basically at the start of crash testing, we had AI, and it's just amazing to look through how much stuff has been added over the course of crash testing. Delur99 and myself did a video at crash testing. Like, it was almost kind of summarizing the crash tests. And we did this. I remember we recorded the conclusion to that video. The video never got published for anyone who's wondering why they haven't seen this video due to issues. There'll be a video going on Delur's channel, which may or may not include an explanation of that. We discussed it in the recording, but we might not actually. That might not go up. I don't know what his plans are. But yeah, we were sitting, and just for like a description of how far back progress was back then, and this was just us sitting right at the end of the mission chain. I think we might have played through a lot of the mission chain. I don't remember. We might have done a full playthrough on that particular character, and we were sitting right at right in the picnic area. Hadn't done the Spider Queen. We hadn't been to anyone's properties. The surprise is renaming the vendor in the Paradox Refinery. That has not been renamed yet. There's going to be, actually, so for anyone who doesn't know, there are a couple of slightly suspect names and items in DLU. For instance, they're thinking about removing the Confederate shirt because somehow LEGO decided that the slavery shirt was a good idea. So no, that is not the small surprise. That would be a good shout for the small surprise. Just in terms of things that have been updated, the bus constantly being down, and there being an invisible thing here. You had to jump like that to get over. Like, so much stuff has happened. I feel it's really easy to miss out on that, but like closed beta, so much progress has been made, and I think, yeah, with this possibly being my last stream before, assuming they don't do much content. I'm not planning on streaming too much, especially term will be starting up, and I'm sure there'll be lots of demand on my time as that happens. Yeah, going through here. I mean, we weren't at the monument at the beginning of crash testing, I'm fairly certain. Wait a second, how did that get in there? I don't know what that you're referring to. I mean, on a small note, I seem to remember this quick build was bugged. Like, there are so many things that are changing. I'm not going to go through world by world. I'm kind of just doing this as filler stuff for a bit at the beginning of the stream before we go on to the small surprise. But, yeah. Just going through. Oh, actually, sorry, I forgot there are 2 small surprises. Hello, Flint and Boom. But yeah, like this whole thing, these missions, we back at the start of crash testing, the elevator. Oh, the Confederate shirt. Yeah. yeah, Lego decided the Confederate shirt was a good thing to add. They also they have both the Confederate shirt and the Union shirt. Don't think that necessarily makes it any better. I don't think that improves slavery, if I'm honest. But they had both. Anyway, yeah. So just running around like that elevator wasn't working, for instance. They hadn't actually gotten any of the elevators working. I think fans probably were working, but like at the start of crash testing, people were still exchanging tips on how to get up the monuments without everything working. Like Vicey and I were still the cool kids. Actually, I don't think Vicey was even on the testing at that stage, but like you were still cool if you knew a trick up here without building stuff. Like, and back then that was like a huge excitement because like look how complete the game is. We've got AI, and like that was enough to really hold people's attention. And then I mean now we've got then we got what, Spider Queen, we got Blockyard. Let's actually just, why not check out some people's properties? Also, someone guessed this price. I mean, it's actually not that interesting. Wait a second. Neil II's brick model showcase. Does this mean that they fixed the issue of brick models not being saved? And that just hasn't been mentioned anywhere? Okay, I've got to check this. So the rules previously were that brick models were saved as long as the server didn't go down. I mean, the fact that stuff's loading in like that seems kind of likely that this does include brick models. Seriously, what? If they do, okay, maybe they're just previous brick models. Okay, that concerned me for a second, that I might have missed out on something as large as that, because that'd be huge, and like that would be something. I know I've said that I'm probably not planning on streaming too much more of this crash test, but I'm surprised I could stand there, honestly. But oh no, I see why. Anyway, I'm not going to go into detail about standable surfaces in LU. For now, anyway. Okay, this is climbable. This is all definitely climbable. And now you get this fun part. But yeah, this stream kind of just dedicated to looking at how far DLU's come, and fortunately, because looking at how far DLU's come, I mean DLU's a game, so kind of necessarily includes gameplay, which is good because that's what you're all here for, presumably. Or maybe you're just here for my dulcet tones. Is this Fortnite Battle Royale? No, it is not. Angry. I think you want to check out Avery's stream for that. Okay, I kind of want to give up, but I also really want to do that. Rank 3 gear this stream? That's interesting. Interesting suggestion. I mean, it would be pretty cool if I could get some this stream. And I'm pretty close on XP, actually. Don't know if I have enough faction tokens and money. Rank 3 is pretty expensive. Okay, let's see if I can... Oh, okay, I'm going to stop doing that because I'm going to waste the entire stream. But, okay, the check being, were there any brick builds? And I think... I kind of just wanted to show it off. I also wanted to check if the mission would complete. But yeah, so like there's a huge thing that's happened over this time. We've got this. We've also gotten Racing. We've also gotten Forbidden Valley. We got Nexus Tower. I nearly said we got Crux Prime. We definitely didn't do that. I mean, Gnarled Forest. So Darwin and I were talking about stuff. So after the interview I did with Darwin, we were discussing what... we were discussing like doing future stuff like that, and one of the things he suggested, I remember, which is just, this has aged so hilariously, one of the things he suggested we could do is, hey, what if we did the next one maybe between between closed beta, between crash test and closed beta, what if we did it and you could kind of show off some content? You could maybe show off some content in Gnarled Forest, and that would be like a cool thing I'd get people in. And no, like Gnarled Forest not only implemented, but I'm pretty certain the thing that states it's only a preview, that's gone down. I'm pretty certain racing isn't the best way to farm faction tokens. I am no expert on farming. However, I have come across a reasonable number of faction tokens. I should say, this is entirely legitimate. I know I've got... actually, I don't have mod powers on this account anymore because we now have separate moderator accounts. So no, there's actually... there can be no claim I even cheated these in because separate mod accounts. Anyway, yes, let's, as I mentioned, daily missions are working, daily missions have been implemented, and I need 15 use score. This might be difficult. Well, that's quite a lot of strong things. Yes, so honestly, I was not aiming to get faction tokens when I did this. So yeah, I was just aiming to complete missions, and all of those faction tokens I got in the process of completing missions. That just happened naturally as a result of actually not completing missions. Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Let me flex this. Let me get into an alternate gear set. Probably don't want the Union shirt. Yeah, no, got lots of lot of things following me. The parrot. Oh wait a second. I put the parrot on and then put another shoulder item. The parrot does absolutely nothing, but it was a very rare and highly valued drop in life. I got it whilst going for, well, so yes, as I was saying, the place I got most of those faction tokens was whilst trying to do achievements. In particular, achievements I got a lot from were the smash tons of pirates achievements, and the okay, here we go. Smash tons of pirates and smash tons of horsemen. I also got quite a few from smash tons of Ronin. And I'm gonna... one thing I figured might be fun to do. Here we are. I'd like to state how much grinding it took to get up to that. I am by no means like the highest level person on the server or anything like that. I think at the moment that's probably Brick Girl. But this alone took a lot of grinding. Like if I go into my passport, okay, Venture Explorer, that's not very impressive. Here, that's not very impressive. Ones I haven't gone, the things that require me to smash 2,500, and the things that require me to smash. Honestly, the mechs hold me back far more than Dark Spiderlings, just because there are fewer of them going around. And it's kind of harder to intensively farm them. Yeah, let's go. Nimbus Station. Again, like I've 100%ed every achievement that's possible. At the moment on there, like like it took a lot of 100%ing to get this, and after that you just have to do dailies. Pet Cove, again, reasonably boring. I'm trying to do this without looking at it. This was never going to end well. I don't know which part of me thought it ever would. And I can't even scroll down on the Pet Cove menu, so I might as well close it. There we are. Yeah, so go on all the possible ones there. Pet's Excavator isn't possible. Actually, I guess this also gives an interesting summary of what is and isn't possible. But yeah, Gnarled Forest. Gnarled Forest, I've gone, yeah, all of them, but Pirate Duelist, Swashbuckler, and 4 Pirates only. Honestly, I probably could have grinded that one out. I totally forgot I didn't have that. But yeah, the one where I got most of them was in Privateer which doesn't get you that many faction tokens for completing it, but I'd smashed rather a lot of Stromling Pirates for that, and this one again came with smashing a lot of crates, which came with smashing a lot of pirates. But yeah, so you get a lot of things like that. And yeah, this took a surprising amount of grinding, because normally you would go to Nexus Tower or Crux Prime at this point in the game. So like, credit to the people who have done more than this. Yeah, I don't know how they managed it, but yes. So with all that, it would make sense to head off to one of the newer developments in DLU, which would be Nexus Tower. But yeah, so that is there's a summary of how I spent honestly too much time. But yeah, so in terms of farming, Cavalry Hill, the most faction, the most money, most faction tokens I earned was farming at Cavalry Hill with Kial, or in-game character Lyn. It was... Yeah, you can farm dragons, but they're a good place to get rares. I don't know how much they get you in terms of faction tokens. I didn't feel like faction tokens were more efficient there. It is the place, though, you want to go for stuff like rares. Oh, no, okay, I did also have a crown, but I put the crown somewhere else. Of course, what do you take me for? I mean, I should have enough faction tokens for all the rank 3s, because I've got over 3,000 faction tokens. It is... It's 180 faction tokens per thing, is it? I don't remember. Ah, thank you so much for noticing the rockets. Yes, I spent, honestly, before I decided I was going to go for the rank 3 grind, I spent a stupid number of faction tokens buying the faction rockets and faction cars, and then I decided this rocket was nicer anyway. But anyway, we go for that. This was apparently a rocket, judging by the description, the rocket was... it was something. It was like something sent in by a user, or not by a user, probably by LUPs or something like that. I don't know. Actually, Creation Lab existed. It might have been something to do with that. But yeah, you remember seeing people camp butterscotch? Yeah. And so the reason people camp butterscotch and dragons get so popular, I'm pretty certain, isn't for... it's not for their drops in terms of faction tokens. It's for their drops in rares. Okay, I'm getting just a lot of fluttering every time I jump. There might be a limited amount of time. So no, that's not a faction rocket. The only faction... that is just that's a rocket you can get from a Nexus Tower vendor, and I decided it looked very cool. Actually, maybe I got it from drops. No, I think it was Nexus Tower vendor. I think it was 3,000 per rocket part, if I remember correctly. But yes, let's go. Of course, I went up to the wrong side. Because neither of those are my faction vendor, because the faction vendor's always in faction gear, and I mean, I wish that were faction gear. I wish that would be a cool assembly faction to have the robot, but I guess that kind of treads on the Explorian's feet a little bit. And here we go. Oh, I guess that's a good point, actually. I normally, half jokingly, half because it might be fun, get people to give suggestions on what set I go for, but actually, what set should I go for? There are multiple I could here. Actually, so most people, which colour options for each one? Because specifically, I'm going Summoner first. By the Summoner Valiant next, it was really overpowered. Get lost. I hate that stupid thing. Yeah, no, hate that. I'm also what I'm really tempted to do is sell the parrot on stream. That's very tempting. But I'm now kind of attached to it. It's kind of quite cute. Yeah, I can't do I can't do Valiants because they require level 35. I have the money and everything for them, and I would definitely go Serratorizer first. Because, yeah, 15 damage is pretty good. Okay, we've got Orange Summoner, White Engineer. Okay, let's start going. Summoner's always coming first. Summoner is always first in my heart. Actually, no, before we do that, let's sell stuff I don't need and won't use. Anything that's interesting I'll keep in my vault, but I've already got armour that has similar protection stats to that one. Union Shirt I don't need. Red Magnite I don't care about. Light Blue Gems I stopped collecting. I was trying to stockpile those at one point. Elite Club, I've got other elite items. Super Composite Axe, I've got actually, the Elite Club just kind of looks cool, I might keep that. Green Gem. Grey Kepi Hat, I already have a Grey Kepi Hat before someone accuses me of selling off a truly delightful meme. The glitter bags just deal damage to you at the moment. Don't want to do that. Please sort out my inventory. Yeah, you make a very good point. Also, no, but yes, you make a very good point. Okay, let's do this for Rayman. Rayman asks, and I shall acquiesce. Let's go. There we are. I mean, normally you'd want these somewhere near the top of your inventory, but actually, do I even have enough? How many items is it? It is. That's 5 items, isn't it? I mean, there are 5. Wait, no, that's not 5. Okay, moving swiftly on. Moving swiftly on from my counting abilities. Physicists don't need to count. Let's start. Okay, so the request was Orange Summoner. Orange Summoner rank 3. Now, of course, they don't go into the place. Okay, I'll sort this out in a bit. Summon Staff. Summon Orb. I must say, so I think I was the White Summoner in life, but the colours on this actually seem quite nice. Okay, let's sort out my inventory, and let's sort it out in such a way that future stuff doesn't go up there. So let's move. This was the surprise Vice Ski. This is the whole surprise you're getting. You're not getting anything else. I have nothing more interesting to show or do. I should also... Okay, I'm losing track of... I see what you mean about sorting my inventory out. Also get lost, but also I really, really do see what you mean. Okay, let's start. So ideally I actually want to fill slots up so that all the new items I get moved down here. I will sell that sushi after, I don't want it. Okay. Let's do this. I got the shoulder item. Let's do these in order. Let's do these in order because I've had requests for organisation. Suggesting, so YouTube does give me the option to set certain words as being automatically banned. I am very, very tempted to set organisation as an automatically banned word. Get some revenge on the dragons. It'll be nice because I won't need my coins for much after this. Okay, so we've got engineer. Got engineer sorted. I do genuinely just... I'm not planning on getting any more organised, but I do need to just fill up these slots so that the engineer items, when I buy them, all come down. Okay. So first off, I'm gonna hop into this. Which is so cool from my perspective. This is... Okay, aside from the colour scheme, this was me throughout a fair part of live. This is like celebration. I also have the money for some stuff here, which I might get. I'm glad Mr. E came over my way. Yeah, what else? What else do we have? Next up, wait a second, what am I at on faction tokens? I should have more than enough. Okay, someone said white engineer kit, so I will go for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How are we looking on faction tokens? Okay, more than enough faction tokens. Wait, do I... If I can buy... If I have enough money for the bone key and enough level, I'm so buying the bone key. Do not think I'm above the memes. Did I just not buy the shirt, or did I lose the shirt? Either is possible. I just lost the shirt. I'm glad I didn't buy a second one. Okay. Let's reorganize. A bit more reorganization. There we are. Yeah, as I say, this was more grinding than I probably should admit. I don't even know which. I literally never mained engineer. I used the serratorizer, but I never mained the rest of engineer. Could not bring myself to do so. Actually, let's put all the engineer. Wait, no. Sorry, why was the first thing I did not... Okay, these are the two nearest things I can see to smash. I don't know if this is going to work. It does, though. The scratch returns. Yes. Oh, I cannot wait for that garden survival. That's going to be fun. Okay, so we got the scratch. I'm gonna let's drop down a Thwock, drop down a Bulper. I mean, they're not going to appear any different, but you know, that way at least we can say we've done it. And I've got some of those potions. I hoard stuff anyway, so I'm not too concerned. Oh, also, whilst we're noting, 12 armor was basically the same I had with the Inventor. Actually, I think it was exactly the same as I had with the Inventor. Just worth noting. So yeah, let's swap over. Swap over kits. Engineer, let's... Okay, one more, and I mean, come on, the most iconic thing possibly in the entirety of LU. Apparently it doesn't work at the moment, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, should have said that. In fact, I think it's got a health bar. There's a chance I could probably smash it using the digging glitch. I can't remember the name of it. Okay, then Inventor. Inventor armor, Inventor trousers. There are no choices for which I go for Inventor. Did I only just have enough faction tokens for... Wait a second, please tell me I did have enough faction tokens for that. There's something I didn't... Wait a second, I swear I moved something into the place of it. Okay. Whatever's going on, it would seem I'm bad. This is a common conclusion from these streams. But yes, okay, let's order all of the Inventor gear. And then I think it's probably I heard some requests for some dragons. We can do dragons. Seems like a very valid request. Let's Inventor up. Oh, wait a second. Does anyone care about anything the Inventor that isn't that? I feel like the answer's no. About the Engineer that isn't the turret. Like, you can magnetize, but... yeah. Let's go for this. I will go out and try all of these on enemies. Here we are. Inventor. Yeah, no doubt. Inventor has range. Inventor just OP, basically. Inventor's range. The only thing that makes it OP, not OP, is this. Because it does the same amount of damage, or at least I think it should. It might be bugged to them, but it does the same amount of damage as the Scratch does, but it doesn't shield you from damage, which is less good. But okay, there was a request. So there was a request for the skeleton key. I really wanted to get the mole whacker, but there is the skeleton key. Mole Whacker's cool because it gives you a speed boost, but honestly, I have the money to ignore that. So, okay, yeah. Skeleton Key it is. Skeleton Key it is, and let's get the oil can at the same time, for good measure. Oh, and I just got an... What? Okay, so Back Alley Buyer, it turns out, doesn't trigger if you buy 3 of the same item, it would appear, because I bought 3 juggling bags from him. But, apparently it does trigger. Okay. The turret builder was different for rank 3. Oh, yeah, true. It does change its appearance. I forgot about that. Wait a second. I don't care about the Maelstrom shirt. Okay, you want a Bone Daddy drop? I will Bone Daddy drop. Okay. Here we are. Let's see. I don't know how much health it has. A good bit of health. So it takes 2 damage for us to see 1 thing go down. Well, that's decent health-wise. Okay. I also got the oil can, which I've just always wanted to use. I just thought it sounded like such a cool thing. And it doesn't. Maybe it just sprays enemies. I don't know how it works. But, very cool regardless. So, I've spent rather a lot of money, rather a lot of faction tokens, and got some epic stuff. Genuinely, I don't know if you can hear how excited I am. I need to buy 3 items from Mystery for Back Alley Buyer. Okay, so question is where to go. The answer is not that direction. I guess I could have gone through that direction. This way's faster. Yeah, if I'd have gone the Mole Whacker, I could still have speed boost here. But no, okay, so I've got to begin. I've got to begin with Summoner, just because back in the day, Summoner was my jam. Was the rank 3 Inventor skill? Let me demonstrate that quickly. It does this. Oh, I do need to spend more than 200k. Okay, I did not realise that. Yeah. So that does damage. I guess the upside is it lets you move, which I don't know if I ever would have found that an upside in actual gameplay. It seems yeah, that seems like a little bit of a strange thing to want, because it just means stuff can do. You can move around, but stuff can do damage to you, and the radius of the scratch is loads better. On the other hand, there are lots of other reasons you might want to go Inventor, and one thing I found with Inventor is, yeah, it has lovely AoE attacks. So if you like AoE, and if you like running into... You missed loads, Visky. In particular, the surprise was the fact that I'm firing you as an editor. For anyone wondering, I'm joking. Please don't leave me, Visky. Need my editor. Yeah, you missed me getting all of the rank 3 gears and the Bone Daddy. Yeah. So this is the first time since live I have gone full summoner. I have not been full summoner since live. That is pretty cool. That is kind of a nice. It is strange, but the nostalgia is real. But yeah. So so where to go first? No, it's gotta be Forbidden Valley. At which point, yeah. So I do intend to discuss stuff like closed beta. All I'm saying is, at the moment, it really has the feeling that a lot of stuff is kind of rolling to a close with crash testing. This is not from anything the developers are doing. This is just a feeling I seem to be getting from other people. It could also be that I know my uni term's starting up soon. I've got exams. I'm going to need to prepare for them. It could be that. Yeah, there were very much other explanations. for this, but I figured, given all of that, given I won't stream, it would be fun to just go through, show off everything DLU has done, because they have done so much. Like, when did crash testing begin? So I remember all the stuff I was doing in November for the November 26th, October 26th, for that stream. Like, that was... What was there at that stage? We didn't have Gnarled Forest back then, I know for a fact. I don't remember if we even had Spider Queen back then. Like, this has all happened over the course of a year. And, like, yeah, it's not unbelievable. The reason this was all possible was because of all of the groundwork laid in scripts. Not laid in scripts, laid in the way the server's written and everything. And that was laid a long time in advance. But seeing all of this come together, like, this was what the community has basically been thinking would happen tomorrow for its entire existence. Okay, please protect me from damage. It is protecting me from damage. I'm a little surprised by that. There we are. Oh, how's that? Yeah. So that's a reasonably good way of farming faction tokens. So the method, just for the sake of completeness, the method I used for farming faction tokens was running around in Inventor. Obviously, it wasn't running around in Inventor rank 3. That is very much a now ninja method. Let's just get into some of these. So you can take down like a large number of enemies simultaneously with the Inventor AoE offhand. Normally, it's not worth getting all of them in one place because it takes ages and they might just smash you. But let's just this. And yeah, this is basically the farming method I use to get most of them down. And yeah, let's can also demonstrate, as was requested, demonstrate the most interesting part of rank 3. Let's face it, the shoulder pads. That's the only reason anyone cares about rank 3. So it doesn't protect me from damage, but actually is more efficient. I probably would use that to farm this area over this. Oh, more efficient, less uptime though. I don't know if I'd use that over the scratch. And we've got Inventor, which honestly less impressive given the Personal Fortress doesn't work. I'm far less likely to use this at the moment. Only has one more armor than the Summoner and no Personal Fortress, so it's like objectively worse than the Summoner at the moment. Yeah, that's a good point. Bees. I had not processed the fact that we still had the bee meme ongoing in this community. Let's. Okay, so that froze 2 of them, did it? Yeah, it froze 2. Okay. Let's also drop this guy and see how well it performs. Honestly, not very. It's dealing 1 damage per hit. I don't know how much health it has, but it doesn't seem to be doing a ton. It might be. So one thing people mentioned is it was apparently brilliant in live for baiting people over to Brick Fury. Okay, wait a second. Let me quickly regen some health. Just flexing being assembly. And let's drop this guy. I'm not expecting him to make any difference. I'm not even necessarily expecting him to attack. He just got destroyed! Okay, that I wasn't expecting. That I genuinely was not expecting. Okay. But this is not our sole prerogative. Hello. You see the name Tartaglia, I do not don't know which person this corresponds to. Off the top of my head. But let's then go down, we can keep going. So where better to test out these than bouncing all our way down here. Sure, what should we go with first? Inventor? Inventor makes sense. Makes sense. That's what I did a lot of farming with over here. And yeah, rank 3 Inventor. Rank 3 Inventor is going to be powerful. What I expect to see going on here is Gadget's Extreme being... Oh, I've asked for a friend. Send a friend request. Asked for a team. Because it'll be pretty cool for you, like, if you saw... I assume if you saw 2 rank 3s destroying some dragons. I just assume that's the kind of thing people might like. I obviously could be wrong. That was not what I intended to do. This was what I intended to do. Well, that works. I'd say that works quite well. Wait a second, Brilliant. Yeah. So there we are. This is all pretty cool. Yeah. So, but again, just throwing out, none of this stuff was expected. Like, literally none of it. Like, I remember... does the rank 3 Inventor skill power up the turret? I don't know what you mean by powering up the turret. I'd love it if it quick built stuff nearby. That'd be cool. The Space Marauder is looking for like it kind of is though, isn't it? I mean, this is like proper OGLU. Then if you go and start farming with, and you got your farm dragons with your rank 3 Inventor, your rank 3 Space Marauder, like that's pretty cool. Yeah, note we are both rank 30 and probably won't progress that much further before we probably... I mean, I certainly do not intend to progress any further than rank 30. I might get to rank 31 just through missions that I can now complete, so I got some stuff for completing sets, but... Oh, you're Gizmo! Hello, Gizmo! I did not realise that was you. Are you listening to stream as well? Because if so, that's going to be confusing. Because you get latent ninja. Okay, so introduction, everyone to Gizmo Skip. Gizmo was a fellow LCDRU mod with myself. Very good to see him. Yeah. So came over, joined with you're on stream, okay. Sorry, I got too distracted with my epic damage dealing abilities. Legend speaking of which, let's keep his health up. That's a good point, yeah. People were insanely excited during the interview just because Gnarled Forest. Let's be a good teammate quickly. Nope, apparently OU does not want me to be a good teammate. Okay, so someone build. Okay, I'm building. imagination. There we are. I can go for a takedown. Ah, this is brilliant. I can do 1 faction kit per... Oh, there we are.
Okay, on my screen you just dived over the edge.
Racing Day, apparently need to get rid of a lot of stuff to pick stuff up. Oh, maybe those are his and I just can't see them. Anyway, let's get rid of all of these. And
just got destroyed there.
Let's make sure you're full.
Look at Gizmo going the long way. Oh wait a second, I need to change armour.
Need to change gear. Okay. Take 2. Inventor time. Not inventor, engineer. I know this game. I'm not competent. Okay. So, let's see. Let's take a look at this. Let's see how this works. Okay, that does nothing, and this will also do nothing.
But I can... It's nice to pretend.
Oh, wait, let me... I was not paying attention to your health there, Gizmo, sorry. Or to your armour. Nice. It's got the little fire-breathing attack. Okay. This might be a good time to check out Bone Daddy in action, given a magnet that holds someone in place doesn't really do much against something that's already held in place. So let's drop you. You can also recharge in the falling cycle, which is pretty cool.
Bone Daddy just vibing. Don't know if he's doing any damage, but the vibes are exquisite.
Got that. Yeah, so it turns out we have to do damage for this. Sorry, I'm a little behind on saying stuff in chat, but hello, Sarald. Good to see you. I'm gonna run out of space soon, aren't I? Possibly already have, and it just hasn't all loaded in yet. No, okay, those are presumably not mine. Okay, next one, wait, saying let me change over. Yeah, you're getting a really nice showcase with Gizmo coming on, being insanely clutch with a second faction. Like, it is always scratched.
You want to know my secret? It's always scratch time.
Okay. What I want to try first off is seeing how all the invulnerability works. I mean, did you see how much damage he just dealt? Okay, that was kind of what I wanted to see. The damage, that one. But okay, let's drop off this guy. Oops, I just ran out of his range. This guy, we got some.
We've got Gizmo having to semi-regularly remind me I need to charge up his armor.
Okay. Okay, note, that dealt no knockback to me. Hello, I need to armor charge up duty. Hello, we got Ronan. Let's get rid of these.
Now this is pretty good team combat. How's this for tag teaming? There we are.
Oh, that's actually better than the flight suit legs I'm using at the moment. yeah, so speaking of stuff I did for the grind, I spent rather a lot of time just running around smashing gongs here. Okay, are those not mine, or can I just not... I don't know what's going on with those. Could very easily be a bug. There we are. How's... I mean, that genuinely just felt so live accurate. Like, okay, aside from the lack of... Oh no, rip. Yeah, that's like... Yeah, I am very, very, very impressed by how far everything has come. Like, insanely impressed. Okay, Gizmo, if you are currently watching this, there's one thing I'd like to quickly do. I think there's a mailbox nearby for the stream. Afterwards, I would be more than down to demonstrate another dragon battle, because, you know, seriously, that's pretty epic. I just want to check if there is a mailbox around here, because I think there might be. No, there isn't. Okay, I'm bad. I'm bad. Okay, I'm down for another dragon battle then. Oh, racing. That's a good point. Okay. I hope you don't mind. I would say Gizmo does have a YouTube channel. I would definitely recommend checking it out. Genuinely legend, and he has the most playthrough footage for LCDRU out there. Really worth checking out, because I mean, there are possibly people watching this now who don't know what LCDRU was. LCDRU was basically it was a project set up by LCDR, which, yeah, basically, I mean, yeah, as I said, Gizmo was one of my fellow mods for that. That was like one of the, after Project Imaginary, that was the first moderation thing I think I actually did in the community. But yeah, LCDRU, great time, and LCDR later joined DLU, which is why LCDRU no longer exists. Except sometimes when something needs testing. And, well, when I say when something needs testing, note my use of the passive voice. I think I am the only person, aside from LCDR, who actually still uses the server. But anyway. Yeah, I mean, Gizmo also let me know if you'd be down for a race, down to show off some of the racing stuff, just because, yeah, so much stuff has been added. Genuinely huge shout out to the devs. It's amazing. Next Force Commendation. I could possibly complete that with daily missions. Yeah, so okay. So the engineer is definitely out for the moment, but that's just because of the rank 3. The surprise was rank 3 faction gear, and a surprise even for me was Gizmo turning up. Well, that was a huge surprise. Do I take all of these out with a scratch? The stupidest use of a scratch ever. I didn't even take all of them out. Thank you so much, Gizmo, for saving me from my own stupidity. Okay. You don't have Shinobi yet. Ah well. Oh yeah, because Gizmo had to literally trash a lot of his faction tokens. Which hurts, I'm sure. Is that within range for the Bulper? No. No, it's not. You literally... You just ran... You turned up on stream and were like an utter legend. You do not have to apologise for that. I keep trying to recheck. Okay, let's go for this. Note, this actually fixes me in place. So, yeah, okay, this is why... No, run. No! Okay. That was somewhat terrifying as an experience. Just seeing Gizmo get somewhat destroyed. Oh, hello. I'm on top of him. I mean, come on. Is there anything more LU than building a giant boy to attack a dragon? Like, seriously, come on. Come on, it doesn't get better than that. I'm also not going to have space for all this stuff. Which doesn't really matter. Tech armor, that's not better than armor I previously have. It looks like it might be rare, though. Wait a second, there is a rarity icon. It's not rare. Okay, goodbye. But yeah, I would argue the scratch is close to change your minds. So, Scratch and Turret do same damage. Scratch does it 360 degrees and in larger increments. That's the difference we've got going on there. Yeah, I am primarily, I know this was kind of going to be a showcase, but I am also primarily a summoner if I had to choose a faction. So, hence you're going to get. Hence, I'm probably going to primarily go Summoner over Inventor for now. Inventor is... so the nice thing is they have use cases. Summoner is... I don't know, Summoner's better if you want safety. Summoner I would play in Survival over Inventor any day. This would be significantly a safer bet in Survival. Wait. Okay, no, this seems like a stupid placement, but it will distract things. And hopefully it will distract them enough that they... Oh, and you saw the Bob for attacking as well. And of course I'm out of inventory space. I'm not going to make the mistake of using that item though, because that will just drain my inventory. Thank you so much for joining us, Josh Mid. Brilliant to have you. Hey, let me swap over gear sets. Inventor, good on damage. Good on damage, I have to say. Okay, so interesting. I can't attack whilst using the Inventor damage ability. The dragon must just think we're not taking it seriously when after half the stuff it does, we just utterly ignore it. And just like, yeah, okay, you might be allowed to attack us, but we're just going to sit down and recharge quickly. I was trying to dodge that, I was trying to be big brains, I did not succeed. Oh!
Someone's up on top of the dragon, I think. Oh no, that's problematic. Deal damage, really. There we are. Tough buff source doesn't work at the moment, sadly. Repair kit. Okay, yeah, I think there might be something bugged with inventory space, possibly. I'm not 100% certain. I'm going to ask to be friends again. So they're friends. Oh no, I nearly deleted those. Those are, as I say, better than my current ways. Yeah, I'm fully up to. I love how you can just destroy them in like 1 or 2 shots. Well, I think it was 1 shot with the AoE energy bomb. Oh no. Oh no! I was literally just about to make a Gizmo Skip couldn't get over those earlier meme. I'm so glad I held off for a second. Because I mean I knew I was going to make that joke, but and now you all know too, but at least I didn't. That'd have been even worse had I done that. The inventor rank 3 skill should make the rank 1 skill shoot faster when you stand next to it. I like that idea. That was a really nice idea. That would be hard to implement, but I love it as an idea. I wonder how you would implement. I guess you could do that, basically. That could be done entirely server-side. So actually, it wouldn't even be that well, okay. It would be possible to do with a server mod, basically. Yes, that's a good point. Let's just... just quickly get some power-ups. When you all said racing, you meant foot races, right? The best racing in LU. I bet it won't. Yeah, it doesn't like trio. Okay. Well, we just say it audibly so Gizmo can hear. Want to go for one in each of the racetracks, possibly? Possibly more at any of you of preference. Let's quickly try and also maybe demonstrate the oil can. I don't know. I don't know if this has been implemented. I don't know if it'll work or anything, but let's see. Okay, yeah, so it drops stuff underneath particular enemies, and they can't move. That's interesting. I should now change to a weapon I can actually use to... something I can actually use to attack. I like the inventor, not gonna lie. Yeah. Yeah, at some point, Gizmo and I were actually planning on doing some vaguely collaborative thing anyway, so this is reasonable timing. I must say, out of all the ways to grind faction tokens, racing is up there with the more fun ones, I should say. Yeah, because like someone mentioned that racing was how they ground faction tokens. It's not the most efficient in terms of number of faction tokens, I'm fairly certain, but it is probably the most fun. Was there a flamethrower in the game? Not... yes, but it was a test item. It was not available to people. Yeah, there was. There's a flamethrower. It doesn't work if you try and use it though. Or at least it didn't work on LCDRU. But there were items that didn't work on LCDRU that do work on DLU. So perhaps something to test at some point. Right, so I gotta get some, gotta get race gear on. Gotta have proper gear for a race. Actually, honestly, the engineer visor looks better than the normal visor I would use. Yeah, I was going to go for the racing helmets that Gizmo went to put on, but engineer visor looks honestly just as good. It just costs me more money. Significantly more. But yeah, played rather a lot of races at the moment. I am honestly still cannot get through Forbidden. I still cannot get through Dragon Moor or Killhall Canyon without crashing. But I improved reasonably at what is it? Vertigo Loop. And Vertigo Loop is like it's genuinely good fun to play. And hello, stream has gone for 11111 seconds. Not seconds, sorry. Hours, minutes, and seconds. Just satisfying to notice that number. But yeah, and yeah, genuinely LU racing, I never did much of. It's good fun. I don't know how much of that is I have an advantage because of the lag. I think there is some of that. I think there genuinely is some extent to that I have had advantages over other players when I've played due to lag. Yeah, don't worry, as do I still. Yeah, well, I was going to go for the Netherworld, but that's not a... What's the word I'm looking for? Let's see, yeah, this is the first time this has happened to me. Wow, just choked on the air. Oh wait, did he get stuck as well? Interesting. Oh, and we're bugged. Nice. Well, okay. Yeah, limbo was the word I was looking for. I don't think it was the actual word I was looking for, but it's close enough to what I was looking for. Yeah. What was the actual word I was looking for there? That's going to bug me now. Purgatory. That was it. Let's see if I can get through this without dying. Yes, but only... we both ended up on 1 health for it. For our attempts to just run through there. Oh, so all the stuff about not planning on streaming. I'm not hugely planning on streaming. But that doesn't mean I won't if interesting stuff happens. I'm just giving the warning that I'm not currently have no plans for it. I could do Nimbus Survival instead. Unfortunately, Battle Nimbus Station isn't yet implemented. Believe me, I think it'll be epic if it were. Like, genuinely, if they get a battle instance up and running, this game is basically, for all intents and purposes, it would be... I would prefer a battle instance over Crux Prime. Definitely. Because battle instances, I feel, have far more replayability, or they have far more interesting replayability. I mean, I guess you end up knowing where stuff spawns, but you end up knowing where stuff's going to spawn in Crux Prime anyway. Crux Prime has the advantage of you get lots more LU score. Oh, you get lots more use score. But it would be possible to get to rank 35, I feel. Oh, hello, we've got someone else. Another Space Marauder, is that? I can't tell. We've got a... I'm not actually certain. I didn't catch their name before they ran away. Well, rip. I guess we shall never know. Oh, we're not in teams anymore. Right, I should actually equip some gear, shouldn't I? This would be a good idea. Why did I equip it and then remove it? I don't know. I must have had a reason, but I probably didn't. Let's go. Generally, for just running around the world, Inventor is probably going to be my... It feels like a safer go-to. This is why you get the Assembly and Paradox team up. Because, like, just a power combo, honestly. Like, no one cares about health points. If you're fighting large amounts of enemies and you're down to health points, you're probably dead anyway. Okay, someone can bring up Batlord gear, but come on. No one actually cares about Batlord gear. Okay, exaggeration, but still, like, most of the time, Summoner and Assembly team up is pretty good. I'd say where it's at. I would go so far as to say where it is at. And we've spawned at different ends. Oh. Well, that wasn't what I intended to do. I pressed shift because I was trying to type. Is spawn's a word? It lets, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's on his way. I probably didn't need to say that. Well, hopefully he'll take time replying, which will give me an opportunity to catch up. No, he went with. Yeah, the range. Oh, the adventurer rank 3 has a shoulder pads ability that restores 10 health to nearby teammates, if I remember correctly. However, come on. No one actually cares that much about that. I mean, you also you have with Sentinels, they have a charge up that grants extra armor. intro music. It might as well be for anyone who's new to the stream who hasn't heard me just sit and do that before. Welcome to the stream. This is the best plot summary. Oh yeah, I also need to find a mailbox. That's the last thing I need to do on the stream. There'll be one in. There's one in Imp Station though. feel the need for speed. So I think I ended up finding a reasonably doable route. Okay, yeah. So this route's doable. The only issue is those crates which spawn always where you least expect it. But as long as no one else crashes into them, we're good for the rest of the race. And I mean, you can always just hope your opponent doesn't notice. Doesn't know that that route exists. Should I just do the Gnarls Forest music, just in general in future? Just going around to all the worlds, just whistling that. Oh, come on. If I actually make it through this race without crashing, I'm going to be low-key annoyed with myself. The mission to get through without crashing I do currently have, but it is also bugged, I think. At least the last time I attempted it, it didn't work. Okay, that was a bad decision. A bad decision, but actually I think that might save time. Because there's that little period of time at the beginning where you aren't boosted. Yeah, so the meta for this game is basically boost. Get as many boosts as you can, spend as much of the time as you possibly can in a boost. So if I go... No. Rookie error. Rookie error, and don't hit the chest. That would be another good bit of meta for me to follow. Hey, the chest's gone! Remember how I said as long as no one hit it, we'd know where it was? Someone may have hit it. Don't know who would do such an irresponsible thing. Speaking of irresponsible and stupid things, I'm amazed I made it through that alive. Cannon Cove is so great. I'm assuming you don't mean Cannon Cove? Or did you just drop that you're working on Cannon Cove, Vincent? I'm assuming Winston means something like Killhall Canyon, in which case, yeah, yes. Killhall Canyon, all of the racetracks, I'm bad at most of them, but they are all genuinely good fun. They are all genuinely really, really good fun. Is that the name of the music you're saying, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, no. I don't think LU had any sarcastic loading screens. Should have done. Made for a much better game. The soundtrack. Is that actually... Okay. I didn't think it was, but yeah, I'm willing to believe that. I don't know I just always called it the Pirate Cove soundtrack. But anyway, I am being picky, which regular viewers of this channel, or just anyone who knows me IRL, will not be surprised at. Yeah, racing on here, lots of fun. And especially, so one of the really nice things is that the crates change position. Like, I do think this racing minigame is pretty well done. There are issues with it, definitely. As a single-player game, I'd say it's brilliantly well done. As a multiplayer game, there are problems with it, I'd say, in terms of balance. But as a single-player game, it's a fun and interesting racing game. I'm touching the Cannon Cove script for a while. I figured, but you never know. Yeah, I don't know as... Yeah, as multiplayer games go, it has a bit of an issue. And the bit of the issue is that once one person gets out ahead, if it's a close race, there is no way to come back from that, basically. In fact, yeah, there basically is, because like it has to become a close race at some point. If you're going to overtake the person, the only exception to that is if you use a shortcut. Most of the time, once the race gets to a stage, like once someone pulls out in the lead, they take all the imagination stuff, and because the entire meta of the game is getting the imagination stuff, that's the game basically set, unless someone crashes and messes up, which does happen sometimes. But it becomes more a case of wait for the person ahead of you to mess up than you actually have a reasonable chance of overtaking them yourself. But I mean, I guess, isn't that kind of true of most games? I don't know, maybe. Anyway, let's wait for Gizmo to return. We're no longer a team. Just the complimentary, just charging up. I don't know why I'm still charging it, my piece full. They did that to themselves. I stood there, they ran in to the big spinny thing of death. Oh, let's take this guy out. Okay. Imagination. Oh. There we go. There we are. Demonstrate. Yeah, this gear is fun to play in. Not gonna lie. That's always fun to do. Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, of course, because Gizmo still needs to get faction tokens. I mean, but yeah, potentially we could spare. If you're interested, Gizmo, and you want to get some faction tokens, we could demonstrate. Like two rank 3 players is easy enough to do some pretty good cavalry hill grinding. And like have
Look
pretty
around by
pretty
holding
efficient.
down the right mouse button and moving the mouse.
If you're interested, that is a viable option. It'd be a cool thing to show off to people.
Well done.
I didn't realise just how good a method of getting faction tokens that was initially. Turns out the answer is very. Yeah, very, very good. But yeah, other things. So I know I said again. So I'm not planning on streaming. Other things I may well do is if other people are streaming, topping on a collaboration, etc. I'm open to any of that stuff. It's just for the moment, I feel I've shown a lot of the stuff there is to be shown, and I also need to do these exams, which I keep going on about because I'm panicking. If I had to summarise my feelings in a word, that would be the word I would use. Wait a second. Okay, watch this. This here is a true pro gamer move. Look at me, I'm Paradox. Simultaneously assembly and paradox. How do you know I'm Paradox? Because I'm charging up this guy's imagination. Look at me paradoxing like all the paradox. I could also have gone there. I don't think I have the ninja flag on me at the moment. And yeah, I did get rid of the pirate flag. And keep the ninja flag because I've got to stay on brand. Oh wait, whilst I'm here, let me quickly go to my mail, because present from Zayop, particle physics. Particle physics. This was apparently, he told me about this, I didn't know what it contained, but also, thank you very much for the spike hammers, Alp. Yeah, he didn't tell me what it contained, I just knew he had written this. Apparently the challenge was to see how much he could manage within the OU chat filter. Particle physics. A hydrogen atom contains a proton and an electron. Proton contains up, and down quark. The three quark are held together by the strong nuclear force, also known as the strong interaction. Atoms, like helium, have two protons, two of their counterparts, which is neither positively or negatively charged. Those consist of up, down, and down quark. This is a part of the standard module. Regards, Zeop. I love him trying to do neutron as well, doing it as counterpart of the proton, neither positively or negatively charged. Thank you very much for waiting for me there, Gizmo. He put effort into that. He put proper effort into that. Oh yeah, let's do that. Actually, sorry. So yeah, I by default have Discord muted during streams for perhaps semi-obvious reasons. I in fact actually had it closed today, but I always forget streamer mode exists on Discord. So streamer mode, enable streamer mode, brilliant. Let's find Gizmo in my DMs. Wait a second, is he just doing this whilst we start the race? Start voice call. I don't know. Wait a second, have I even unmuted this yet? No, I've not. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, I can hear you, yes. I have no idea. How audio will match up. Wait a second. Can you say something just so I can tune audio levels?
Hello.
Okay, you are much quieter than me. How do I adjust that? How do I adjust that?
Yeah.
Let me.
I suppose you turn me up in Discord?
Yeah, the only issue with that is you are already up on 4 on Discord. Let's turn you up again. See you for a second time. Okay, I'm also not being distracted from the race. I feel that there's a good strategy. Good strategy for the race, though. Join a voice call for your opponent and have them tuning some settings up. He's very quiet. Yeah, okay. For now, I'm just going to turn myself down, and hopefully you guys can turn him up. His audio is currently already maxed out in the Discord call.
I'm pretty quiet audio. I'm not really.
Well,
honestly, it's all set up for my own type of recording, which honestly turns a lot of it down.
yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
Honestly, I cannot hear you at the moment. Let me turn LU down quickly, and please don't crash into the wall. There we are. Okay. Let's see. Okay, wait. So if I... Yeah, unfortunately, also already on full in OBS. But okay, I should be able to hear you better now. If I at least can. I don't know. Can you say something?
Hello?
Hello. Game audio is loud now. Oh, interesting. If game audio got louder when I did that, this might make things better. Or he can scream. Please don't.
Hello.
Okay, you are significantly louder.
No, I
now.
can't scream.
Significantly louder for me now.
Okay,
Is that
so...
better for everyone else? Can you all hear Gizmo? Yeah. You were saying?
Yeah, hello. So yeah, I've just been trying to grind to get up my third faction kit to rank 3. I only got up to level 30 like a day and a half ago. Like,
I remember seeing your message about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was so excited about it.
Don't
I just
blame you.
immediately posted about it.
Yeah. No, seriously.
I was like, finally.
Yeah, no, level 30 on DLU. I promise you, for everyone watching, I promise you, we are not exaggerating. It is a grind. It is a proper grind. It's good fun.
Yeah. I had to be doing daily missions a lot. And yeah, and even then, like, It was, yeah. Oof. I didn't like it.
It's there were I don't know about you. I did spend quite a lot of time grinding out the pirate achievements, etc. And like Smash 2000 pirates. That was a long one.
Yeah, I actually got all those done a long time ago. I actually got those done on the release of Normal Forest, so I don't know.
Did you hear that? Did
I
you
already
hear me
had those
getting
done.
flexed on their chat? Did you?
I wasn't trying to. I wasn't trying to.
No, it was a good one. Though.
Sorry, I just was like.
Oh no.
No, I did it because I was looking for parrots. I just did it while looking for parrots. I was obsessed with getting a parrot. I got nothing for it. So yeah, no, that was painful. I really wanted a parrot, and I got nothing. None of them. I mean, I have the achievement parrot now, but that's it.
Yeah. Debate as to yeah. To extent, yeah, I got so lucky because I got a parrot and I don't know how. Like that was.
Yeah, you actually have the red one, right?
Yeah, it was like 100%.
How did you? Oh, that's like so lucky.
Yeah, no, it was. I got it when farming. It was when farming the. I wasn't even aiming for admirals. Like it was so lucky, because I was doing the achievement I was going for was just the pirates, and I don't think pirates even drop it, do they? I thought it was just the admirals. Dunno.
Yeah. Whatever the case may be, I know I've gotten some. I've gotten a 3-star rare item from a regular pirate before. I know that. So, or is it like, what do you call it? Is it they stars or what are they? 3 bricks?
Yeah, there are like gems there, but it's.
Gems, yeah,
I'm
3
being
gems.
I'm being called out in chat for flexing now, which is fair enough. They make a fair point.
True, but I really don't care. Like, I mean, the reality is, we're all here to have fun.
Yeah, we're all here to have fun, and it's also
all...
wiped soon, so.
I mean, honestly, I mean, I would not be surprised if, in some fashion, we end up getting a test version of Crux Prime the way it's going. I have no idea. Full disclaimer, I have.
Yeah. No, don't worry.
I am, unlike the other people he talks to, I'm not a developer.
Don't worry. They have heard me doing so many disclaimers. Because whilst I do talk to a lot of developers...
Oh, don't worry. I've like for my new video, the first thing I decided to make was a very, very, very fancy disclaimer. That was literally step 1 on the video that I'm working on. So yeah, no, I'm going to be doing way too many disclaimers as well.
Yeah.
So we're heading to Forbidden Valley.
Oh yeah, I figured let's get you some faction tokens. Let's demonstrate the farming.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That thing. I kind of wanted to show off. I already came up with a really cool farming method for them myself. Solo.
Yeah, let's see.
I wanted to show. I don't know how well it's like. I know it works with Rank 3 Space Marauder. Because that was the first set. I actually needed another 200 tokens before I could even get my second full set. So I had to quickly farm that out with Space Marauder. Actually, I came up with a really good method at Calvary Hill. I can
let's see.
I think defeat 3 in like 10 seconds. I just need to have like 1 cooldown comeback, and I can defeat a whole series of enemies very easily.
That's pretty good.
It's a pretty cool method.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, and it's self-sustaining, meaning that, you know, I can basically do it indefinitely. Don't have to run away or something.
Yeah. So
it's a pretty cool method.
Yeah, no, I just literally meant, I didn't mean even showing off a particular method, I literally just meant, just showing off Calvary Hill was a good place to farm, but...
Yeah, the version I came up with, which is more or less a, kind of, it's like a very not as good version of the Space Ranger setup, so it's gonna be pretty similar to that. It's basically a slower version of that type of farm.
I was farming with I can't give you health at the moment, we're not in team. Yeah, I was farming with Kiel the other day, and it was just it was the heroic Trident of Lightning is...
He has that.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, Kiel, she's got some...
I remember that item was pretty powerful.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The rank 3 gear did work before. The surprise was literally just the fact that I hadn't showed off, and now we got a better surprise, which is Gizmo. So, you know...
Yeah, I'm always like just hopping on once in a while on these servers while I'm not working on stuff for school and everything else. I honestly also have like, I don't know. I just keep coming up with excuses to delay putting out a video. So that's just why I haven't put out anything.
Good night, Visky. Yeah, no, that's fair. Did something come out to make the level lock possible? No, I just grinded a lot last week.
Basically, in theory, like, here's the thing. After daily missions came in theory, people could be grinding towards it from day on. So it's hard. Yeah, I can't really do it like this. It's really an annoying... You have to do the steps just right. Actually, no, I think I can. I can do this.
I can regen your health. So.
That's not really the perfect setup. That wasn't. Okay. Can you hop over here for me real quick?
Yep. Yep. Stop distracting them.
This is the best way to do the reset, so I can do a clean jump in for this type of system. I sit here, wait, do this, hit them like that. They stun me once, and then I do this number. And then right there, I can do it. And then from here on out, in theory, it's indefinite.
Yeah, because they'll respawn at the same time.
But then the way to avoid taking damage is I back off just a little as they shoot. And then the only damage you take is from that stun right there. And you can kind of do this indefinitely like that.
Yeah.
And whenever the loot isn't split, you also normally get plenty of armor.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
You can actually do that with rank 2 gear. You can get away with that with rank 2 inventor gear, because this was basically the strat I was using for that as well.
Ah, so you were actually doing a very similar strat.
Yeah, except for the fact that mine just relied on a bug. Well, I think it relies on a bug. It can't be right. I don't know for a fact, but surely it did. I think, how much health to Maelstrom
here's the thing, if I think it's 21.
Yeah, okay. In that case, I was exploiting a bug, and this is not legit, guys. Sorry. I'm also not sorry. I spent long enough as it was.
I'm not entirely sure. Like, I mean, don't quote me on that.
Yeah,
I really don't care.
It's not 6, which was the amount of damage this was meant to be doing. In fairness, it was slightly more than 6, but yeah. Because I'd have to finish them off. But yeah, no, I was getting... Yeah. I was just kind of going with don't ask questions.
You know, I want to test it with this and see if I can have a new method with this one. Let me see. If with this I can do... Yep, I can do that.
Just one hit some.
Nice. Well, the big problem is that the last blast is a really long cooldown. Like, I mean... Yeah, it's still on cooldown right now. It's like a third of the way down. It has a long cooldown, and it only does 13 damage.
Ouch, that hurt. Let's quickly spam 4, spam 4. I didn't spam it quickly enough. Actually, well, thank you for respawning me at the beginning of Forbidden Valley.
Wait, did you actually respawn?
Yep, I'm right at the start. I'll be back in a sec. Time to speedrun Forbidden Valley. Yeah, oh yeah, spawn points are balked a little bit, but...
Yeah, very much so if you're all the way back there.
What I should do is I should go over by the tree, because I think there's something that triggers over by the tree. This might also have been a live bug as well, I'm not certain.
Yeah, there's a bunch of, yeah, but I got an elite ore earlier from one of the dragons, so that's cool.
Interesting.
Not that rare of an item, really, but still pretty cool. You get those elites once in a while.
Yeah, that's true.
I've been somewhat lucky with those.
Okay, sorry. Question from over here. So, should answer. Question in chat from Doodle Fox. When inspired the devs to start Darkflame? I mean, short answer, LU shutdown. I'm assuming you mean relative to the other projects, in which case, basically, oh god, why is the best resource I can point people towards for the reason DLU was started is my cursed Bohemian Rhapsody parody? Why is that the best resource on my channel for that at the moment? No, what inspired them to start Darkflame Universe? Basically, a project at the time called Uni was the inspiration for that, and the fact that they were having to support lots of people. Uni had to support lots of people, and they were kind of like, what if we did a project but in such a way we didn't have to support loads and loads of people? And thus was DLU born. Yeah. Let's go for this. Actually, no. I want to go. I want to go scratch. Wait a second. Why am I still being? Okay, they're still hitting me from over there. Nice. Fair enough. I would do the same thing to them if I could. So. Just... Hello. This, yeah, I'm doing very little in terms of the damage that was dealt there, but I had a giant thing standing around me, so who's the real winner? I'm useless, but also, I got the giant thing.
That's another method I came up with. You can actually finish them off by just going to the side, and if they're grouped up just right in the right line, you can just use Space Marauder's weapon once. But it's a certain method. And that's due to the fact that after you use those two, they don't have much health. Yeah. Sorry. I should have let you show that off more.
Oh, no, that's not exactly...
We're both rank 3. This is not challenging.
No, this really is not. So what's significant... Well, actually, in terms of the health I'm at, it is basically as challenging as it was as a rank 2 inventor. Like, it's literally no different, because same amount of health as a rank 2 inventor, on a rank 2 inventor as there is in a rank 3... rank 3 summoner. Which is always nice to see.
That's pretty interesting.
Now grind to get the valiant weapons.
I somehow didn't realize. No. Yeah, I somehow didn't realize how tanky the rank 3 inventor was.
Yeah. Oh, the rank. Yeah. So say like the rank 2 inventor is about as tanky as this, which is kind of And rank 3 inventor is 17 armor, which isn't bad. Valiant and Cape go. It took me long enough to get to rank 3. Not a chance, MM12. Zero chance. Not happening anytime soon.
So, I just reached the point where then I need a full 1,000 more faction tokens before I... So, this would normally take a long time. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go sooner rather than later. Probably.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, for anyone wondering, this was not planned. Gizmo just turned up and is a legend.
Yeah, I actually was already on the game doing some random farming, and then I just saw that you started, and I was like, oh, I'll just hop over, see what you're doing.
Yeah,
I'm just that kind of guy.
Worked out brilliantly. There we are. Yeah, it doesn't smash them entirely, the scratch, but does good amount of damage.
I also wanted to see myself what the rank 3 engineer and rank 3, rank 3 assembly gear was. I haven't really seen it, to be honest. I've seen the rank 3 Sentinel gear, and I haven't seen the rank 3 Venture. Honestly, I'm more surprised that I didn't main rank 3 Venture. That's going to be what I'm going to main once I Yeah, I'm going to be maining Venture because of course I am.
Yeah, no, I support maining Venture. You've got to. No one gives Venture any love. How long would it take to grind Valiant Weapons actually? On DLU, like normally, not that long. Like we could probably grind out the money requirements in a couple of hours.
Level requirement. It's the level requirement right now.
Yeah, so normally it wouldn't be that bad. Like with a bit of clever grinding, you can do that reasonably quickly. But yeah, on DLU it is just so hard to get to that level.
There will be speedrunners for it. And it'll probably be me. I'm probably gonna try and have server first. I'm gonna try to have like server first, rank 3 gear, server first, everything. Like, I'm gonna be aiming.
You'll have competition. There are definitely. It's gonna be fun. There are definitely gonna be multiple people sprinting to get firsts on there.
Yeah, I really hope they fix rank. And if you exploit that, then you can kind of get some of that stuff a bit early, so... You can kind of do daily missions around, like, way too many times if you know what to do.
Yeah, there's a bit of a bug with them at the moment.
I tried it once.
But I'm gonna shout out to some... Gonna shout out to some quite impressive people who, like, got up. Like, Brick Girl was at level 34 before they had the... Brick Girl managed to get to level 34 before the daily mission thing, just from completing, like, almost all of the missions.
I don't actually know how here's the thing. There had to be, I think that Brick Girl had some of the Crux Prime missions are gotten from the when there were some enemies laying around. I could be wrong on that.
That's possible. That would make some sense. I don't know what precisely she used.
Because even just defeating because I think during one of the like whenever the two merged, I saw that some of them were some Crux Prime enemies were spawned, and probably gave some people some achievements. And believe it or not, even just a few achievements, each one of those is like 500 points and things like that. So it can add up quickly.
Although, simultaneously, there are quite a few late game. Like there are like the last Smash 'em all achievement is a lot. And the quick build achievements, although those are like, here's the thing, there are kind of exploits in order to get those as well, and I imagine if Brick Girl got those, then probably through those through things not exactly working properly, because remember during the red blocks you could quick build like really small imagination things like 40 times in a row. I saw Brick Girl farming that at one point, so I know that Brick Girl farmed those at some point. I mean, yeah, I figure at that stage, honestly, at that stage, GG, you deserve that.
Yes.
Like 100% credit. 100% credit for managing to farm all of those, because, quick builds.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm trying to think. I tried farming some of those, but I kind of gave up because even I was like, yeah, that's a bit much. And honestly, also, when I checked in, even when I got those achievements, according to the math I did, I couldn't even get ranked level 30. So, I'm pretty sure there were some Crux Prime achievements that just made it all possible.
Yeah. There might have been. I don't know. I've just got to. There's a huge shout out to some people who have been very, very dedicated.
They are amazing. They have more time than I do. I'm in school right now. I mean, if I had all the time in the world, I'd be going for it anyway. Probably.
Yes, yeah.
Also, since I kind of know it's going to be wiped, I don't know. I'm just kind of like, eh.
Yeah,
I got up to rank 30 because they gave a few more achievements, and Nexus Tower came out, and I was like, you know what,
yeah. Yeah, I'm not. I'm with you. I'm not getting past rank 30. Definitely not. Rank 30 is far beyond my abilities. Oh, no, rank 35, rather. I mean, credit to... Because, yeah, I mean, we've got at least 3 rank 30s on the 35s on the server at the moment. We've got Brick Girl, we've got Christo, we've got Master Temple. I think all of them are rank 30. I could be wrong.
Yeah, at least rank 30.
Oh no, hey, I've seen this one before. This one ends in me getting killed.
So, I think Brick Girl's like, maybe like 36, I'm not sure.
Yeah, Brick Girl is, yeah, at the very least.
I honestly, if I wanted to talk with anyone about how they did it, I would ask Brick Girl.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, I have to know.
I
Like,
mean,
it has to be the daily mission farming at this point.
oh yeah, yeah.
At
So
this point, I'm fairly certain.
She got from 34 to 35 on daily mission farms, but yeah, prior to that, apparently, none of the daily mission exploit. But yeah, no, I mean, Brick Girl has some serious dedication because she managed to get to level 45 back when there was when it was Avant Gardens, but lots of enemies spawned, lots of Crux enemies, and by farming just Crux enemies in Avant Gardens, she made it to 45, which pretty impressive. When is the next beta testing opening for Darkflame? We don't know at the moment. Like, that hasn't been said, but Smart Money is on sometime quite soon. It is not code that is holding things back at the moment. Like, and that's never been true at any point in the LU community ever. Like, it is always a lack of things implemented that's holding back stuff, or it always has been in the past. But at the moment, the only thing holding DLU back, legal reasons. It's literally just them wanting to get not-for-profit status, because when the server goes live and they get lots and lots of people on the server, they need some way of affording the costs. And their way of affording the costs is to gain legal not-for-profit status, which means that the LEGO group won't shut them down for taking donations to cover costs of the server. So, yeah, we're literally waiting on that.
That's honestly going to be amazing once that's sorted out. Basically, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, closed beta is going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to seeing so many extra players on. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of very cool stuff.
Yeah, I've been busy with school, honestly. It's been the biggest holdup for me making videos. So yeah, now that I'm going to be graduating, I'll have more time.
I just love the scratch. It's
such a cool ability.
It's not the most damage in the game, nothing like that, but come on. Giant thing. Does good amounts of damage.
It reminds me of, like, there's a lot of other games that kind of reminds me of. It just reminds me of, like, other MMOs and some of the stuff they have in those more than...
Yeah. Jamie, you really hope you managed to get into the closed beta. I mean, your odds are pretty good. In comparison to stuff in the past, your odds are very good. Like...
And not only are your odds pretty good, like, it's going to be better than any of the private server projects that have really been worked on before.
Yeah. Like, right now...
No offense to LCDR's project that he was
about to say,
for a long time.
we've specifically got to say LCDR, because, like, that's... LCDR is, yeah. We still got to rep LCDR you, basically. down but not out.
No, but I mean...
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that's the only reason we're saying it, but also LCDR was epic.
It was, I mean, considering the fact I didn't... The first chance I've gotten to see even any of the other servers was whenever...
Yeah, I mean, the one thing is worth saying as well, LCDRU was for about 2 years, I would say, ahead of DLU, and got very little credit for it throughout a lot of that time, honestly. But yeah.
It was pretty cool. But then, Darkflame caught up.
Yeah.
And then just quickly like, I don't know, like, it feels like in the last few months, like, at one point, when I started a few months ago, testing here at Darkflame Universe, it was closer than, you know, I was like, okay, so it's like, it's about on par. Maybe it's better in some ways. It has some cool things that are better. Okay, so this is nice. And then, you know, it just was like, now there's pets, and then now there's Forbidden Valley, and now there's Nexus Tower, and
yeah, I completely forgot to.
Daily missions.
I even completely forgot to mention pets being added. Like, that's how much stuff has been added that I've lost track. And then that's literally my one role in this community, is to keep track of where things are at, and I haven't even managed that. Like, DLU has done a very, very good job.
No, I remembered, like, the moment they added in pets, I was like, okay, so they've gone farther.
Yeah. So, say once closed beta test does go live, how do one join? Like, I guess lucky draw, but where from? What do you actually have to do? So, note the website is currently down. The website is currently preparing for sign-ups. So, the sign-up method for closed beta will be website-based. There will also be some ways to get into it via Twitter. Have I done a video discussing? I don't know if I've done. I don't think I have, actually. I think I meant. I don't remember. There may be an announcement video, a short announcement video at some point where I read Neil's quote. That's quite possible, but yeah, that's basically more or less what's.
Yeah, I think you put in, like, one of the videos, you asked them about all the different ways. I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember. I try and watch all your videos. You actually put out enough videos that I don't feel like I watch all of them. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm just like, yeah, I just hop on occasionally watching videos.
Yeah, no, it does. I mean, a lot of the videos I make, like, it's ironic because lots of the videos I make, the people who watch them are the people who probably least needs to know about, because, like, the videos are for people who don't know, are primarily for, like, people who aren't that in touch with your community. But ironically, I know a lot of my viewers do pay quite close attention now. Every time you watch one of these streams, you're astonished at progress. Yeah. You and me both, mate. You and me both. I recharged. I beg to differ. Note how Gizmo hasn't managed to die once. I have died 3 times now.
I'm not actually sure how that's the case. Normally, I die here a lot more. I think you're becoming the target for it. I'm not exactly sure.
I'll take it. Yeah. No. Yeah. Just agreeing with everyone in chat. Progress on DLU. Astounding.
Oh, definitely.
The plot summary. Like. So I guess it really reached the stage where lots of the base game was finished, and there were lots of just adding in scripts, and kind of it could make the transition to being more gameplay focused rather than oriented more around like getting underlying systems. And it's not to say there weren't underlying systems, but like underlying systems that were worked on throughout crash testing, ones that spring to mind, daily missions. Well, prior to this point, why would you bother implementing daily missions? No one was going to grind an LU server because they weren't implemented enough. That wasn't the case anymore. DLU added daily missions. You've got stuff like the buff system that got added. Again, that's something that lots of servers probably wouldn't have thought of adding because, again, why would you? That's used for like a tiny number of things. Tiny number of things is an exaggeration, but the point is it's not something you would have come across all the time. It was something with one something that most people came across only in using a bees attack with the Inventor. So, like, the fact that, like, these are underlying game systems, but they're kind of the niche ones that are getting worked on now, which is so impressive that we're at the stage where, like, kind of you're getting more niche scripts, more world-focused scripts, etc., all coming out. Yeah, amazing.
Like, for example, I think Gnarled Forest pretty much has all the achievements working.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. Because you have to keep in mind that it used to be a lot of times, a lot of things weren't being tracked.
Yeah, Gnarled Forest has 100% of the achievement, not all of the missions, but 100% of the achievements work in Gnarled Forest.
Yeah, I was fairly certain because after they got the explosive crates working, like pretty much all of them can be tracked at least, so that they can be finished.
Did those just deal damage to me inside a scratch? I think they did. Oh well. I think the scratch is still slightly bugged as to how it runs its defense, but ouch. I really should have more self-preservation in this game. Oh, wait a second, no, what I need to do, I need to try a different gear load out, courtesy of Zeop. So let's get that on, let's get this, spike hammer, that,
oh, you have that hammer.
Yes, this was what Zeop sent to me in that long message. And I don't actually have anything. I may have gotten rid of my only decent shoulder pad. So we're going with the. I'm literally fighting with the parrot now as my only armor.
Let me see. Well, where's my offset? I have a ridiculous looking offset, but it's an offset that I use for certain things. Let me see. Is this the one? Which weapon do I?
Oh, I see. Does the crystal pack work? Does it actually give you the damage back?
No, it definitely does not. It just has cool stats, honestly. I actually bought it just for the +3/+3 stats. That's literally why I bought it.
That's fair enough. Okay, let's see how well this works.
Although, alternatively, I now have no abilities but a 3/3/3 weapon.
Yep.
That's basically what this does.
But
actually, I was thinking about... Wait a second. I can use the Sorcerer's Shoulder pads instead, and that ability definitely does work. And that's actually pretty similar as... Yeah, it's the same amount of health, it's just one less imagination.
There we are, yeah.
So actually, that'd be smarter.
Holding our own, mostly without faction gear. Not bad.
And that little blast once in a while can be pretty cool because it also recharges imagination.
Yeah, the blast is... that is like one of the most OP items in the game. Like, Paradox, what is the one thing that limits you? Okay, you can recharge imagination, but sometimes it takes a little while. What's the one thing that limits you using your ability's imagination? What should we give Paradox? An ability that regenerates 30-odd imagination. You'll love to see it.
Although, honestly, it's not as damaging as the Space Marauder one. Space Marauder one can do, I think, 32 damage.
Yeah, it's 32.
If you know how to handle it properly.
But
There's an old trick that my friend who is Paradox used to use, and I really need to master it. And I've done it once, like, in a while, but you have to, basically... You have to use the stun that you get from enemies, and it causes your animation to stop part of the way, but you still generate the projectiles after you finish. So it like basically stops you right while you're on the ground, and all the projectiles just land in one location. And they all do damage to one enemy.
Okay, that's...
Or one small AoE.
So you need to cancel the attack
by being hit. So you have to sync it up with being hit properly.
But I mean, there are other ways of cancelling... I'm going to die soon. There are other ways of cancelling attacks. So for instance...
Yeah, there are, I think. But I forgot which ways. Can you remind me?
Oh, no, well, no. So all I know for the Space Marauder are ones that don't work, because the Space Marauder is quite an interesting one in that... It's one of the things I heavily investigated for out of bounds and flight glitches.
Really?
Because most items in the game, like, you get an animation when you use them, right? But the animation doesn't really move your character most of the time. Except it does with certain skills, and the item that moves your character most out of all the items in the game is the Space Marauder jump attack, or jump and throw out things.
Really? I didn't actually know that.
Yeah.
I mostly investigated it for, well, not investigated, I remember it for damage purposes, because
Oh yeah,
I used to use it all the time.
Yeah, no, I agree. That was the only reason. That's like the one of the few stats in the game I remember from live. It was the 32 damage on that if you got them all in one place. But that's interesting. I wonder if you could, because having some way to cancel that mid-attack would actually be insanely powerful. Because I might look more into investigating that, because that says simultaneously a lot of damage and flight potentially. Because you could have cool flight glitches, or rather just get a flight glitch for a faction that isn't Venture.
I just thought of something I need to test, but I'll test that later. Anyway, I immediately actually thought of something. That was a different. I don't know. I'm gonna have to test it.
Oh,
wow!
yes!
First time.
Okay, I'm kind of happy. I'm, in a macabre way.
I wasn't paying attention, but you know.
For once, it wasn't me. I mean, I'm gonna die shortly after, I'm sure. Facing these, but.
Good luck.
Yeah, I will need it, and will probably. Really could do with some of these drops that they're dropping for you. These health drops would be like, okay, there we are, I'm back alive. Back in a better position. Okay, back in a worse position. This is very much... Okay, running. And did not run quickly enough. Part of the game. Love to see it. Actually, I do not love to see it. I'd prefer if I didn't die, but still. Makes me wonder how far they could take this game. It's awesome. Yeah. I mean, ideally... so I was about to say, ideally, they could take it as far as back to live, but no, past live. They can definitely, they will... new content has already been added to the game that wasn't here in live, and it will continue to happen. Oh, speaking of which, I need to quickly show chat the whilst it's still here. One of the everyone's favourite Lego World War II references. Let's go on a trip to see Kamikaze.
Yeah, you mean.
Yep.
Yeah.
gonna do
things that shouldn't have been added. Number one.
Yeah. That, and I did get the Confederate shirt. I did, when I was grinding, actually legitimately obtain that. Was kind of like, little piece of LU history that I've got here before it gets removed.
I remember that during live, mostly because my friend insisted that was one of the sets he had to have for cosmetic purposes.
Oh no! That is...
Yes. Keep in mind that me and my friend live in the southern U.S., so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, take that as you will.
Yes. What can they say? I'm getting a sick in chat. No. Naming an NPC in a game, in a child's game, after a type of Japanese suicide bomber. That is not sick. That is something I'm amazed they got in. But yes, here we are. Here we are at the shop. Kamikaze Gear Vendor. There we are. This is being changed by DLU. There's going to be a poll on it reasonably soon. Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Surely. surely it's going to be changed.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the way I view that kind of thing. Darkflame Universe not only should be bringing back the game, but should also be bringing back in the way that a company like Lego would probably bring it back, which would probably be removing things like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
if they were aware of it, which, you know...
Which, honestly,
you would hope.
They probably would have overlooked.
You have to
had they been
understand,
bringing it
I
back.
honestly do remember... Yeah, they might have overlooked it, but, I mean, honestly, as soon as it was brought up again, they probably would have tried to do something about it, or get someone to do something about it, but I don't know.
What's the
Honestly,
new name?
The way I view it...
There is going to be a poll on it soon. Sorry, go on. I just answer that. The way you view it?
Honestly, I view it as kind of a relic from, you have to keep in mind, like, the game was, like, in development from, like, I don't know, like, the game was actually being developed. Like, names like this were probably made back in, like, 2010, right? 2009, I don't know. Somewhere in, like, 2011, I don't know. It was all in that period when they were making the game. And it was, yes, there was... I don't know. The best way to explain is that, number one, I think it was missed. Number two, I also think the people who put it in there didn't really put it in there with malicious intent. It was just the times 100%. Were different. People had different understandings of different things at that time.
Yeah, I also think it's hugely not just the times were different, but they were just coming up with pun names. They weren't really... They were just thinking words that were interesting. And also, I guess a huge part of it is... Honestly, the kids wouldn't have known, or if they would have known, they probably would have thought cool fighter airplanes. So, like, I can see how it got left in there, why it got put in there in the first place, how it got left in. I can see all that. It's not implausible.
Definitely.
But yes, okay, I will make sure to post an update video to this channel when Kamikaze gets a new name.
Controversy of Darkflame Universe #1. Kamikaze gets new name. Is this political correctness gone too far this time?
God, I was about to say, I'm realising you could do quite a clickbaity video with that.
I'm just imagining there will be someone who manages to make a clickbaity video about it. I'm just scared that somehow some major political commentator will find it and immediately manage to ruin everything.
Yeah.
I'm scared. Scared because then what'll happen is there'll just be a toxic community that comes and immediately starts being toxic because of course it's being toxic.
Because it would be spread through the internet, and what is
Politics.
The internet good at? Internet is great at toxicity.
Honestly...
Internet's great at lots of things. The internet is great at lots of things, but unfortunately one of those is toxicity. Okay, the backpack items, actually, I think it does more damage. Like, that's actually quite a powerful thing.
The last attack of both the Sorcerer and Space Marauder have, a big AoE, which is kind of cool.
I mean, but you do significant... I mean, we can see the difference here just playing through. You do significantly more DPS than I do, which is interesting to see. At least when we are in our faction gear and...
Yeah, the interest... I really want to test, here's the interesting thing. I really wanted to,
When I say the internet, I mean people. Yeah, okay, people suck. You're not wrong.
People on the internet suck, to be perfectly...
I think everyone has a little bit of troll on the internet in them. The internet just lets it out.
I think some people, I definitely remember. I had a phase where I was a bit of a troll on the internet. I think everyone did. The number of people that I've met that have admitted that they've had a phase like that makes me think that it's like some kind of evolution of, you know, how people socially interact on the internet, is that a lot of people just go through a troll phase.
Yeah. I wonder if that's a thing about how the internet, about like the actual development of the internet. Is it a thing that like, as you begin to use the internet, you go through this phase, or is it a case of the internet went through a time, and so there are lots of people of a certain age who were on the internet at that time and who took part in that phase? I wonder which it is.
Yeah, that's a very interesting social debate. I'm sure there would be some very interesting discussions to be had on it.
Yeah.
And I
died
again.
Rip. But I'm in faction gear this time, so I might actually stand a chance of surviving. So I can regen my armor. Oh, hello. But I'm still gonna die if I'm not careful.
I see some really big potential with, I see really big growth potential with the LEGO Universe private servers once they...
Oh, 100%.
Like, particular, obviously, Darkflame Universe, but eventually I also foresee there might be others.
Okay, we're not going to talk about what just happened there, people. He didn't see it, so you didn't either. Yeah, no, I mean, no, once DL... I initially did not have any plans for this, but once DLU releases, I am tempted to... I don't know if it'll be personal or whatever, but I am definitely tempted to start writing, to write some mods for DLU. Because there are some things I think would be fun to see added in.
Yeah. The big thing that I really want to see is people who can work on improving the graphics. That's the big thing I'm really excited for. And by improving the graphics, I'm mostly talking about the way that LEGO Universe renders everything is a bit... Like, there's a lot of improvement to be made, mostly in the case of it doesn't really render in 4K at all. I'm really wanting to try and see rendered 4K screenshots of LEGO Universe.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Well, I think there are huge issues with trying to affect rendering, because like that is so hard. That is so hard coded. Like, I mean, the standard example to pull out at this point is the work CDM Pants did with shaders. But aside from, and that's not really changing the... I mean, you can change the resolution up to 4K quite easily, but that's not actually changing the textures. It doesn't actually change
it. It does, yeah, changing the... Actually, I'm not actually talking about changing the textures. I guess that's a little bit confusing. When you actually set your game to anything higher than 1080p, as far as I could tell, I actually checked on this. It actually is not rendering it at higher than 1080p. It actually just tells you it is. Or should I say, the actual pixels on your screen are still 1080 effectively.
How?
It's only throwing around that many.
I'd check.
It's kind of confusing.
I'd check on how where have you changed the setting? Because I know there are some places, like my thing is currently claims it is at a higher resolution than it is, but you can go into there's a configuration file you can go into and change. I should say I don't know if this is allowed on DLU. I need to talk with Neil about this at some point.
When it's resolution, I don't think he should really care. That's resolution.
It still counts as a client mod, and technically those are still even aesthetic client mods are currently disallowed. I need to talk with him about specifically LWL is a configuration file. It just has a lot of configuration options that weren't in the original game, so I can see that not being a problem, but I haven't actually discussed it with him yet, and it will end up being his say.
I might try testing it in a bit. Not on here. I'll try testing it on the. Let me see. I might try testing something else.
You can LCDR you can always test it on.
Actually, yeah, there. But I wasn't just thinking of that. I was thinking of something else.
Fair enough.
Anyway, no, I was just thinking of. Yeah, okay. I want to test it there. I have some other methods of testing some of that stuff. I have many.
Ooh,
I have
fancy.
like I've like, I used to do all sorts of weird stuff with like the universe back in the day. I have like a bunch of interesting little tools that I've come up with for doing certain things. So I might have tested that one. Mostly when I say tools, it's not actual like development tools or anything. It's literally like I have some old weird servers and things that people developed at one point.
Yeah, I've got quite a few of those on my old laptop. Got a rather large
I have some
number
interesting
of servers.
methods of checking certain things. Once I get into everything, I really want to figure out how the client renders everything and maybe trying to improve it.
Yeah, I would say that would. I don't.
Be very difficult.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics of that, but I know, to my knowledge, no edits that were not already allowed by LU's game engine have ever been implemented to rendering. The only edits that have happened have been ones that kind of take the 3D stuff being sent out by the game and edit that stuff themselves, which is what...
That's actually definitely possible.
Yeah, that's what CDM Pants one did.
That definitely works. I definitely want to try. That'll probably be the first thing I try doing. I want to look into some of the stuff he's been doing with that and try doing something like that.
Yeah. Anything else you'd have to actually dive into, like, you'd have to, like, start code caving DLLs into the client or something like that. That would be very hard.
Yeah, that would be.
Like,
I think I gotta get out for now, but I think I really do have to go for now.
Yeah,
but,
that's
I'll
fair
talk to
enough.
you later.
That's fair enough. No, it's good to see you. Good to have a surprise guest on the stream. Everyone, that's Gizmo Skip, Utter Legends, and fellow XLCDRU mod, because that's just cool. Yeah, yeah. I'll see you around.
I'll see you around. Later.
Bye. Well, that was an unexpected pleasure. I probably will also head off reasonably soon. Might actually get some other stuff done tonight, because yeah, I spent a lot of time grinding for this, and now it's done. It's kind of like, brilliant. Mucking around with this will be fun, but I also now need to actually get back to my degree, because apparently that's a thing. That's a thing I need to do. That's a good point, yes. Gizmo came and repped Paradox. I don't think there is anyone... I think the only rank... Okay, yeah, I don't think there is a rank 3 venture on the server at the moment. I think we currently have... Yeah, we currently have rank 3s in... Vanguard and Survival isn't currently implemented. None of the battle instances are, for the moment. Believe me, I will make videos of Vanguard and Survival when it comes out. Vanguard and Survival I am hyped for. Very hyped for. Yeah, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't smash me. That'd be great. But yeah, like, if anything new happens or comes out, believe me, I will cover it. This is just... Until then, I might focus on physics. Physics and actually completing my degree. You believe it has to do with everyone's introduction to the anonymity of the internet? Yeah. Yeah. And I guess in particular it may actually be an age thing, because of course there are like loads of things that show that kids past a certain age or beneath a certain age, they don't really have a strong theory of others. Like, they don't understand other people properly, and they certainly don't take account of their feelings, etc. when making decisions. I shouldn't have gone for the full 12 armor. Should have stopped at the 6. Because, yeah, that's a small thing I should point out. People might not know. If I do once, the second it goes, you get, the second the ring comes up, you get 2. You press, you do it twice, you get 6, and you do it for 3, you get 12. Goodbye, Samuel Martin. Thank you very much for turning up. It's been great to have as many people as we have had on tonight. It's been good fun. So yeah, so it's always nice to see everyone on. Yeah, it's been very good fun. I may follow Gizmo's example very soon. Gizmo and Samuel's example. Because I'm actually trying to fix my sleep schedule, which I'm quite proud of. And by trying to fix it, I mean it's never actually going to happen, rip. Oh, actually, no. Whilst I'm still on here, there's one fun thing to... Can I make that jump? I think I can. I'm going to do without building the quick build because I'm just cool that way. One thing I'm also going to show off before leaving is how fun it can be to farm, not even admirals, but to farm pirates in Gnarled Forest. Because that can actually be very, very good fun. That was one of the more enjoyable bits of farming I did. Yeah, as part of the stuff to get up to level 30. But yeah, huge shout out to people who are currently at level 35. The people who spring to mind are Brick Girl, Master Temple, and Christo. And level 32, I was farming with her the other day. There's Kial, who is Kial also Lin. Yeah, and then there is... I don't know if there are any other rank 30s other than myself and Gizmo. We are the ones who are springing to mind currently. But like Brick Girl, Master Temple, etc. may have other accounts that they are ranking up. Well, I know for a fact Brick Girl has at least 2 accounts, which I think are around level 30 or something stupidly high like that, and then has Dot Heavy Hair as well, which is in the 20s somewhere, last I saw her. Alright, so, yes. I'm running low on Quixicles. Where's the nearest Quixicle vendor? Actually, wait a second, no. Whilst I'm here... Whilst I'm here, don't care. Mid-pack, don't care. I don't care. I'm just going to keep this down. Okay. Okay, let's just test some keywords. Wait, entropy is? Okay. I'm aware this probably makes for awful viewing. I'm just interested in seeing whether or not things works like this is possible. Okay. Entropy is most often... I've got to check quite regularly because I don't want to have to delete a lot of stuff. Quoted as being a measure of disorder in a system, rather like the Maelstrom in Lego Universe. To make precise. Oh no. Be difficult. Make precise. Is it just precise it doesn't like? Why doesn't it like precise? Mate, can I do rigorous? Okay. One way of achieving this is to state that entropy is proportional. Surely I can't get away with. Okay, come on, surely scalar doesn't work. Yeah, okay. It's a multiple of the expectation of the log of the probability of all the micro states. Oh, is it probability? It doesn't like the chance of, let's go for relative chance, the micro states in a system. I'm trying to come up with more stuff to say. This is just the... I'm also wondering, is there a limit to the length of the message I can send with this? I also need to find something good to send him. Any suggestions? I'm glad you're enjoying this. I don't have anything actually good to send him. What do I have? Because I used all of those. I linked those to me. I can send him yellow... Oh, okay. I was saving this, but no. He gets my red gem. Here's my red gem. He gave me a very... Like, I think the spike hammer... It's... Yeah. Spike hammer, like, that says on the LU market it's 15,000. It would be more. And it's because it's 10 times the sell price. But it's more amongst players because you can't actually buy that anywhere. Okay. Way of achieving this is to state that entropy is multiple of the expectation of the log of the relative chance of all of the microstates in the system, or the macrostates in system in Can I go for equilibrium? Because one of the things to also note is that DLU has added extra words to this. If we wait long enough, nice synonym for equilibrium, this settles down and the chances are all equal. Oh no, okay, I'm at the end. The log of the states. There we are, okay. I just spent, wait a second. Oh, okay, the 5,000 was the gem. I was very, very confused as to where that 5,000 came from. Yeah, because you need to spend the value of the item you are sending. There we are. I noticed my viewer count went down during that. But those of you who remained, you are truly individuals of culture. Yes, okay. So we sent that out. I suspect this may become a long-running thing. And then so, there may be a future stream or something where I come back and just read through all of those. I've seen the viewer count drop even further. I'm assuming that's not lag, and I'm assuming there are just people who are very disappointed that I finished talking about physics. I'm sure that's not what it is, but I can choose to believe that.
Look, well done.
Yeah, that's worth noting. Slight bug there in where I spawn. Okay, so I think the vendor over there does quicksicles. The vendor, he does lots of quite useful stuff. He does lots of consumables, so I think every consumable vendor in the game stocks quicksicles. Or at least. Well, thank you for proving me wrong and wasting some of my last quicksicles. Rip me. This is why I should have gone for the mole whacker. Yeah, so Zayop Same was literally just because Zayop and I are both physicists. by subjects we study. Yeah, and wait a second, you have no idea what entropy is. How did that not help? How did me translating entropy into the LEGO Universe chat filter not help? Entropy's fun. Entropy's fun. It's interesting though, because there are lots of kind of misconceptions and strange definitions going out there. The standard definition is it's the measure of chaos of a system. So, for instance, if I have a sandcastle, when the sandcastle gets knocked down, that is a higher entropy state. And basically, yeah. Sandcastle knocks down is higher entropy, and we say that because it's kind of more chaotic. More specifically, this was the case... wait a second, this is the area meant to be farming. More specifically, it's the case, as I discussed in there, where things have settled down. And what we're looking at is the probability of if I take an well, not even the probability, the number of ways of arranging particles such that they look like a sandcastle. That's basically what we're talking about. That is the quantity in which we're interested. And we basically more or less count the number of zeros in that number, and that is the multiply that by some number, and that is the entropy. So basically, the more ways of arranging something without changing its nature, the higher the entropy is. And if that sounds kind of vague, like what do I mean by changing its nature? That's actually a fundamental problem with entropy. But there's a cool thing, or not a fundamental problem with it, but bit of interest in its definition. But yeah, there is the quite commonly quoted theorem that entropy always increases, which is statistically true, if not fundamentally true, necessarily. I might try and write a paper on the latter bit at some point. But yes, yeah, this is... I just wanted to show this off because this is just fun when you get smashed. I'm bad, but you can clump up loads of these and then just... Goodbye, many of you. I'm surprised I didn't take out... That should have taken out more of them. I don't know why it didn't, actually. Let's get these two. But yeah, so entropy basically does mean that over large amounts of time, all the structure in the universe will become disordered, basically. That's a reasonable definition, reasonable way of discussing entropy, I guess. And so yes, in that regard, it does cause the slow death of everything. Would it kind of, from a physical perspective, why we care about it and why people worked out it existed in the first place, was the fact that it is the amount of energy, or it's a measure of how much energy you can extract from, or how much energy has been lost, because it's really hard to take something that is, or it gets harder the hotter something is to extract energy from it, basically. So yeah, a fun physics time with Ninja. This was our topic last term, and I utterly hated thermo. It is just a difficult topic, because I'm used to quantum mechanics. I'm happy with optics. I'm happy with, and they kind of use the same skill set. It's a lot of, okay, we are dealing with some form of wave. Waves, you get used to all the ways in which they behave. You get used to the properties they have reasonably quickly. I like how powerful this is, actually. This guy, Inventor, is winning me over a little bit. But yeah, and thermodynamics is a hugely different set of skills, which is, it's an interesting thing to develop, but it is difficult. It's not a skill I have. It's one of the things I need to really work on before these exams this year, because it is very much not a skill I have mastered. Okay, these guys are actually going to be fun I think Inventor kind of does. I'm going to be Summoner because I was, but Inventor kind of is quite a nice playstyle, because, I spend, almost my entire time on LU trying to run and jump around and get places the fun ways and stuff like that. And Inventor works really well when you can cluster up a lot of enemies around you. And how do you cluster up a lot of enemies around you? A lot of running and jumping and fun stuff like that. And so kind of fits my playstyle very well. Let's see, for instance, if I can demonstrate this. And I'm glad you enjoy the physics talk. Part of the reason I created Ninja Warlog was so I could do physics talk over LU gameplay. That's because I am a, as I say, a physicist, both by a physicist by subject university, but also by obsession. You'll see in some of my old streams I talk about holograms, etc. Optics was my first love, but recently, and I'm hoping maybe at some point this might actually be interesting and formalized enough I could write a paper on it. I've started considering some things that have been previously like hugely regarded as physics philosophy almost. Okay, sorry. I should stop because there's an actual LU question. I forgot this was an LU channel for a second. Yeah, actual LU question. Before Rayman heads out. Button remapping. Is it possible? Yes, it is. But again, this is another question I have to ask Neil: is if you will get banned for it? Because currently, the DLU have a big thing against any form of client modification. Technically, the only way of doing button remapping is a client modification. The client modification is tiny and arguably could well have been in the original game to begin with. There is no nice. If you wanted to do it, the easiest way would probably be to put it in the patcher screen, because it's not particularly. There's no particularly neat way of doing it, because the only way of editing it at the moment is an XML file. But I mean, you could edit the XML file. That would work. And you can edit the XML file and change which keys are bound to which keys. I haven't actually tested it. I would assume all of that works, but I could be wrong. Maybe it was just stuff they considered implementing at one point and never actually did. I don't know. But expanding the menu would be possible. The thing is, I don't know if how well these things would work without a relog. Ow. 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 Help. I'm competent, please. Don't hurt me. I figure if I tell them I'm confident, maybe they'll believe me. And then maybe they won't attack me. And then maybe they won't hurt me and smash me. I'd also be so terrified running around this area with Gadgets Extreme activated. Because you run around here, you are just going to run into one of these guys, and it will smash you. Sorry, I should clarify, yes, if you run into those guys, they smash you. They also smash stuff nearby, which is good fun if you're farming. So, for instance, let's demonstrate. It's quite a nice thing. I think very early on you get given a revolver, possibly by that monkey. And so here is a strategy that anyone with who has completed that mission, which is not a hard mission to get to, and who's a little bit better than me, can manage. Which is basically, you lure these guys over. I'm just bad. But yeah, you lure these guys over here, they then get trapped. And at least whilst they're trapped, you can smash them. When they get untrapped, as they are just about to, I'm going to have to come up with something else to deal with them, which is this, in my case. Oh, sorry, no, I'm an idiot. Idiot ninja. That was not what I was trying to show off. I mean, that is also true, all of that works, but that's not the ideal strat. The ideal strat is to do that, gather a load of admirals around you, then smash, then whilst they're unable to move, smash the crate. However, of course, I smashed the crate whilst running away, because I don't know what I'm doing, and yeah, rip that. But anyway, with all this talk of people heading off, I should probably do the same myself. Let's have as one last one last thing to happen on this. I didn't even get it, but let's see if I can. There we are. That's kind of what you're going for. I didn't get all of them, but I got a couple. And so now I can just... Now that guy's on 1 health. And these are a lot more manageable. Ow. But yeah, there we are. Oh, there we are. We got a nice shovel. Nice shovel. I love the shovels that do extra damage. It just feels like I'm glad we've got shovels that deal lots of damage. Anyway, thank you very much everyone who turned up for doing so. Yeah, I've really enjoyed this. Huge shout out to all of the developers as always. And with that, I've been Ninja.